Venezuela held its parliamentary elections this December 6 to elect members of the National Assembly. Let's learn a bit about the different political parties that are participating.
107 political parties with more than 14,000 candidates are registered to participate in the parliamentary elections in Venezuela. At least 13,000 candidates and 95 parties are running against the official party. One of the political platforms is the opposition organization United Venezuela Alliance, formed by the parties Justice First, Popular Will and A New Time, and the Democratic Alliance, which brings together the parties Democratic Action, Hope for Change, Progressive Advance and the citizen movement Let's Change. These parties will contend in the elections, but through a unitary postulation of candidates, and will compete in the 24 state lists and the 87 electoral constituencies of the country. Several of these political forces engaged in the national dialogue table, in which agreements were reached, such as the renewal of the highest electoral body, which opened the doors to holding these elections as stipulated in the constitution of the country. On the other hand, among the political forces united around the Bolivarian Revolution are the candidacies of the Great Patriotic Pole, where several left-wing parties come together, such as the United Socialist Party of Venezuela, Homeland for All, People's Electoral Movement Tupamaro, Alliance Change, We Are Venezuela, and We Can. On the other hand, the Revolutionary Popular Alternative Alliance, made up of sectors of the Fatherland Party for All, the Communist Party of Venezuela, the Tupamaro Movement of Venezuela, the United Left, among others. With an electoral register of more than 20 million voters, the country will elect the 277 members of the National Assembly for the 2021-2026 legislative period. The National Electoral Council is setting up a new voting machine and software called EC21 for the parliamentary elections that will be held next December 6. This model has a printer that provides a voucher for each vote cast. This is one of the ways in which citizens can verify their voting. This verification is carried out to confirm that the votes cast in the electoral machine correspond to the number of printed paper vouchers. The EC21 machine is part of the integrated authentication system that must verify the compliance of the principle one voter, one vote, and is only unlocked through the recognition of voters' fingerprints. The electoral authorities perform at least 13 audits that are divided into pre-electoral and post-electoral phase 2. Pre-elections include checking of the voting machine software, inspection of voting machine files, audit of voter data phase 1, production audit, tests to the electoral technological infrastructure, pre-dispatch audit, which is a simulation of the voting itself, also an audit of the counting software and to the national counting process. Telecommunications audit and citizen verification phase 1 are also performed, while in the post-electoral phase 2 means auditing of telecommunications, citizens verification and audit of electoral data. These audits involve electoral bodies technicians, representatives of political parties and external auditors.